Well, hey family, this is Darlene. Want to thank you for stopping by the Jury by BDK YouTube channel. I know you didn't come here for a sermon. So here's the video. And guess what? We'll talk. Well, hey family, happy Thursday. Hope everybody is having a really good day. You're eating up a whole bunch of food and enjoying time with family. I'm getting ready to make a bracelet set using this natural horn bead. It's a pretty big bead. And I'm going to go ahead and use it for a bracelet. So we're going to make a set. This is going to be the focal. We're going to be using some of the hand-painted beads. They have a black base, and then I went ahead and mixed it with some green and gold. So this is what they look like. We're going to use these beads to make charms. Now, the reason why I'm going to use these beads to make charms is because most of the holes are right here at the top. So these beads can be used either for charms or for earrings. And I really don't want to be making earrings right now. Just not in the mood to be making earrings. I'm kind of like in a bracelet making mood. And I will be, maybe next week, start making some more necklaces. But for me, bracelets are always winners. Okay, so that's why I'm going to be using these beads, because the hole is way up here. I don't think I've seen any with a hole pretty much in the middle, and that's still okay because I could still use them, you know, to make charms. So that's good stuff. And in fact, this is what the charms are going to come out looking like. Something like this. And then I'm going to use some of these little small thin wood beads. We're going to add some of those on, and then it'll come out looking like this. And then I'm going to also add more charms onto the bracelet with these charms, so it'll add a whole lot more drama to the bracelet. And I do need to go ahead and start making a nice amount of the charms, so I'll go ahead and make a couple on the camera. So I basically just thread it, go ahead and fold the wire just like I always do. Straight wire, take that wire that you folded, and then just go ahead and twist it, lock it on to that longer piece of wire, and then go ahead and bring it up around the top. And I'll just go ahead and use all the wire instead of cutting it off. No big deal. And then go ahead and smash the rest of it down against that wire, if I can see it. I'm going to probably have to start wearing my new glasses. It's the reason why I got them. So I'm going to do this. And then I think what I'm going to do, like I did with the other one, is I'm going to go ahead and use a hematite, or find a way to squish it down or something. And then let's try it now. Go ahead and put a hematite. And that's not bad. And then we'll go ahead and use another one of these little small wood beads. And it should fit. So these are going to be charms. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the wire, fold it, and this is what we come up with. And you notice when I fold it over, it does the same thing as if you were using a tool. I just don't use the tools and stuff, and there is nothing wrong with using tools. I know sometimes people will ask me about the tools. I just don't use tools if I can get the same effect, and I really like my pieces to look handmade. There's something about handmade where they're perfect, but they're not perfect, if that makes sense. They're perfect for handmade, and I shoot for perfect for handmade, but there's always going to be some little imperfection when it's 100% handmade, right? And I just like handmade. I mean, that's just me. I like to do everything as much as I can handmade. And I do know there's around a lot of whatever it is that you see me do, like different tools and different things like that. And you know what, by all means, use the tools, you know, if you want to use the tools. But for me, I just kind of like, I know they say work smarter, not harder. For me, I am working smarter because it's what I enjoy doing. So if you enjoy doing it, it's not about working smarter. It's about doing it the way you enjoy doing it if it's your peaceful place. And that's the good stuff about it. Now, if there was any reason for me to be using different tools and that type of stuff, and I had to use them, of course I'd use them. But I don't have to use them. And I pretty much like the way, you know, my designs be coming out. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of pulling this bead down some to see if I can get that wire pulled down a little bit. So I'll make a couple of these on camera, and then I'm going to go ahead and go off camera. And see that one, that was not even fitting. And then what happens is, see, it bends the wire, so now I got to cut it off and then make sure it's straight to try to get a different bead on. That one is not going to fit, and it bent. Let's see if this one will come on. Oh, I hope we're not getting ready to be going through this. And then that's the thing, some will fit and some won't, especially when they got these little bitty holes. So that one went through. Have to force it, but, and it bent the cord, bent the wire. Okay, so we got that. And we'll go ahead and bend our wire. Wrap the rest of that wire around there, locking it in nice and tight. Just go ahead and close it around. And when you close it, you just want to make sure you don't feel anything sharp. That means that it's nice and flat. Okay, so we got a couple of these, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do them without, I'm going to make the charms without the brown, without these little brown beads on them. I think we'll still get the same effect that I'm looking for. Thinking they'll still come out looking a little jazzy. Oh shoot, that wire got caught up somewhere. Let's see. And you know what I got a taste for? One of those drinks from Starbucks, and I don't even drink Starbucks. I had what was that thing called? It was a cold coffee, but it had whipped cream in it, and this was some years back, but I could taste it today. Like, it's like I want one of those. I don't know why I want one of those, but it's like I want one of those. But there's no way I would be paying, what do they charge for them things, $5 or $6? You might as well just go in the kitchen and make a cold cup of coffee, because that's basically what the taste that I want is like, I guess, like coffee. And I don't even drink coffee, but I just have a taste for it. Like, you know, for some reason, I don't know why, but it's like, oh, I want to go ahead and fold it over, and then they'll just look like this. And that's cool, because I'm going to add more, I'm going to go ahead and add more charms anyway, so. And we'll just see what it looks like. And you know me, if it don't look good, I'll just go ahead and take it apart. I don't have no problem doing that. So we'll just go ahead and make them like this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go off camera, and I'm going to go ahead and make some more charms, just using the hematite and the wood bead, and I will return. Okay, so we went ahead and we got about 20 of our charms made. So we got some really nice charms made that we're going to use for our bracelet. And I need to make some jump rings. So I'm going to use some 16 gauge wire. So I'm basically just wrapping the wire around here, around the pin. And then as I wrap it, I'm kind of pushing it together right there. And then still just wrapping that wire. And this is just the way I make jump rings. So if you got a different way that you do it, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. And then I'm going to take it off like that. Now, squeeze it together a little bit, and I got these little ends. So I'm going to go ahead and cut about right here. And then it gives me the rounded circle. So then I'll just cut there. And it gives me a nice jump ring. So we just gonna go ahead and cut these off real quick. And I generally just cut one at a time. And I think I can only cut one at a time because of the thickness of the wire. I never try to do a bunch at one time. So basically one jump ring at a time. And then this should give us enough jump rings to hang our charms on our bracelet. And then we got these, so we're going to go ahead and put these jump rings here. We got our charms. So these are some of the charms we're going to use. We got some jump rings. And then I think we're going to use some of these hematites and gold beads. Where'd that bead fall? So some of the hematites and the gold beads for these particular beads right here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And we need some cord, 1.5 millimeter cord. And I always use a 1.5 millimeter cord because it's sturdy. It's nice and it's thick. And I'm using bigger beads. And even though the beads are not that heavy, I was talking to my sister today because I went by my sister's house. And I had given her a beautiful necklace. And she showed me the necklace that I gave her because she wore it the other day. And she was saying that, you know, the compliments that she got from wearing that necklace was like really cool stuff. And I was like, well, which necklace did I give you? So she brought it out and showed me. And I was like, oh, that's like really cool. And she said one thing about the necklace, it's very light. So you could look at it and it looked like it might be a little heavy or something because of the beads and the big pendant and that type of stuff. She said, but it's a really light necklace. And I said, yeah, they usually are because the beads are very light. So the wood beads are not heavy at all, praise God. Let me see. This is what we're going to do. We're going to start with our natural horn bead. And then I just want to do one on each side, a gold on one side, because I want to mix it up, and then a hematite on one side. And I want to start it out like that. And then we'll start beading with our 20 millimeter hand painted beads. And then on this side I got the gold, so I'm going to go ahead and put a hematite on this side. Another bead. The other side we got a hematite, so we'll go ahead and put a gold bead and then another bead, and then we'll put a hematite there, and then we'll do another bead. We'll go on this side and we'll put gold and then another bead, and then we'll just keep doing it like that so we can have those like almost like a two-tone mixture of the small beads. So we got that, and then this side we'll do a hematite. And I already like the way that looked. We're going to put another bead on here though. Okay, so we got a nice big knot. And we're going to go ahead and pull that inside the bead. And it's nice and snug. And that's what we want. So that's pretty already. And then we're going to put nice and loose, not too tight. Still has a nice amount of stretch. And that's what we want. And then this is what it looks like so far. So then we're going to make this one, and we're going to make another one to go with this one. But then I also wanted to make a really simple one, like using these beads right here. Because I saw these and I was like, you know what, I can make a colorful one. Just mixing these beads up. Let me see. And then add a little bit of color. So let's see. They got some pretty big holes. And we'll see if we can use the 1.5 millimeter. Okay, so with these beads, I really just want to just put them on here, just kind of loosely on here. I don't want them in any particular order. I just want some color. So we just want some color to match with these beads, with the big one. So for this one, I am going to use, for the second bracelet that I'm going to use these beads, I'm going to mix them with another color, but I do want a lot of color like in the middle, if that made sense. It sounded like I was all over the place. And then we're just going to go ahead and mix all these little beads. And these look like either a plastic or acrylic. And then whatever was in this bag, we're just going to go ahead and put it on here. We're not going to separate. We're not going to do anything. We just want the colors, because they will definitely match with the bracelet set. This one, the hole is too small, and that's okay. We run into them where the hole is just too small. We just keep the line moving and work with what we got. And then we're going to have to find one, like probably one of these as our closure. And then, let's see what we got right here. Another orange. Let's put the green one right here. Another brown. We'll put a blue. The whole works. And then when you look at it, yep, the color is good. And then what we're going to do is put another wood bead on here. And I think, let's see. I was going for this color, but the hole is too small. I don't want to use that little bitty hole. So I think we can go for because it has to have a big enough hole. Maybe this one. We'll go with this one as a closure. Still got color. And then I'm going to put one more. I'm going to put one more. Because once I tie it, whenever you tie it, it does make the bracelet smaller. So that's one thing. Even though it makes the bracelet smaller, it still gives you stretch, but you still want to make sure you got enough beads on it for it to be whatever size you want it to be. And I basically wanted to be a 7, between a 7 and a 7.5. So I pretty much know, how many beads I need on it. And that's pretty much the average wrist size is between 7 and a 7.5. I mean, there are people who wrists are smaller because they're smaller people, or for whatever reason they got smaller wrists. And then there are some people who have larger wrists. It just is what it is, and those are the times when you may need to, do measurements and stuff. But for the most part, as many bracelets as I have sold, I've never had, people not be able to fit them. It is very, 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 very rare. So because the hole on here is not really big like that, it was already going in there. I'm not going to do like a double, triple. I'm going to just keep doing a single. And then make sure I pull it nice and tight. And then I'll go ahead and cut it, because it's already easing into the hole already. So you can see it fit right up in there nice and snug. So this gives us some color. So we'll have this one, and then we're going to have some bunch of charms on it. And then we got this one, and it's adding color. So this is giving us some color. And then we're going to do a third bracelet where we're going to use these beads and some of these other beads that I have around here. I think these right here, this color right here. And that'll give us a 3-piece. And then once we add all our charms, all that color and everything will just blend together. So that's 2. Because when I saw this bag of beads, I was like, oh, you know what? I could add color using those. Okay, so we use what we needed. Go ahead and bag the rest of these up. Probably use them for something else. Grab some more cord, 1.5. And then we'll get to the fun part, adding our charms. Go ahead and cut some cord. And then we are going to, I keep moving back here because I got on a shirt. I'm going to have to find the perfect shirt to be, I be working in my sweatshirt, but it gets hot. So then I get hot, then I get cold, hot, and cold. But I'm going to have to find me a work shirt in here that I could just keep on all the time. That's long sleeve with a crew neck. Because I'll put on something and the sleeves will keep coming up, or I got the V-neck on and I don't want my breasts all in the camera and all that other kind of stuff. So I'm going to have to find a particular type of blouse or just a t-shirt, a long sleeve t-shirt or something to just keep on all the time when I'm in here. And also I got to be careful what I put on because I'll be messing with the paint. So that's another thing. And then we're just going to go ahead and use these. And these are all we're going to use. And just go with these colors right here so we can see exactly what it's going to look like. And I'm thinking we're going to come out with a really nice 3-piece set. And we basically just want to see what it's going to look like, right? Because sometimes I'll be like, oh, I can't wait to see what this is going to look like. Because in my mind, I see one thing. And then it generally comes out looking like what I'm thinking it's going to look like in my mind. And then sometime it'll come out, I'll be like, ain't no way I'm going to get ready to put that video up. So sometime I'll record something and the video will never go up because I'm like, oh no, ain't no way I'm putting that up. That's ugly. I don't like it. And I think what I might start doing, those videos I might start putting up. So if you guys want to see them videos, which I call fails, let me know and I'll start just uploading them. And you can see that not every design that I do comes out, you know, something nice and looking real pretty. Because sometimes it be some, There be some drastic things happening. I'm like, ooh, that is not a cutie pie. Okay, so we got this one, and then we're going to go ahead and tie this. And then this one we can do our 2 and 3 because we got a big hole. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and tie that, and then 1, 1, 2, tie that. 1, 2, tie. We'll do 1, and we want to make sure we still got stretch, which we do. 1, 2, tie. And then we'll go ahead and cut the extra. And you can see how the knot is already sliding into the hole. Nice fit. And then this is what this bracelet looks like. So we got this big one, big pretty one. We're going to do this one with the mixed colors, and then we'll do this one. So this is what this looks like so far. And this is without the charms, and it's beautiful without charms, right? But what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and put some charms on these puppies. We're going to start with the bigger one. And let me get all these beads up. And yeah, we're going to start with these right here. Alright, so we're just going to start. And we don't need to make bigger jump rings because the bead that we're putting the jump ring on, it's small. So it's a very small bead. It's not like it's two big beads against each other that smashes against the jump ring. Let's see, let's put this one. Go ahead and close that. And then we'll put a purple. And I made 20, so hopefully we got enough to go around the whole bracelet. Close that nice and tight. Let's grab this color. Close it nice and tight. Brown. Put that there. Close it nice and tight. Let's put another burgundy. Put that there. Nice and tight. Let's see, what other colors we got up here? This one right here. Nice and tight. Let's do this color right here. Nice and tight. And then we're back to the front. And you can make jump rings out of, I mean, not jump rings, but you can make charms out of anything. Like those beads, you just don't know what to do. Like I was saying with these, I didn't want to make earrings with them or anything. And I wasn't going to use them on a bracelet because the hole is not in the middle. So it's like any of them beads that you have and you just don't know what to do, make charms out of them. And you'll find that you'll be coming out with some beautiful pieces with, you know, with some beautiful custom charms. So if we do this, and then we put on these two pieces. So this is what we got, but then I'm not finished. I'm gonna go ahead and put some more charms on. And then usually the bracelet with all the charms should go last because they can just fall and they can just kind of cascade over the other bracelets. Or if you wanted to, you can put that one first and then have the two on the back, but it gives more of an effect when you do it like this, when you got the bracelet with all the charms on it, just kind of cascading over the other bracelets. But I'm not finished. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to use all of these, and then I'm going to put these other ones on here too. I just want to see what it's going to look like. So let's see what we get. Probably something amazingly beautiful. Oh, and what I'm going to do, let's do this. While I'm doing it, I'll go ahead and put these electroplated, gold electroplated cowrie shells on, metal cowrie shells on here. So then that fills it in. And then we're going to take another one, take another cowrie shell, fill that in right here. Go ahead and close it. Grab another jump ring. Grab another charm. Another metal. Let's put this one right here. Go ahead and close it nice and tight. Grab another jump ring, and I might have to make some more jump rings, so grab another jump ring. Grab another charm. Oh, let's see. Let's go right here. Oh, and then that got me right back around to the front. Okay, and then I'll put one right here. So we will put that one right here. And then if I need to make some more, I'll make some more jump rings. If I just need it to be filled in even more than what it is. And I'm thinking, hold on, I need 2 more jump rings, and I should have 2 good ones in here. Yep, that one right here. And then let's grab this one. And then should go right here. Okay, that's that on that one. I feel like I'm missing one somewhere, like maybe right here. Let's just kind of fill it in because we got some left. So let's just fill it in all the way around. We're just going to pretty much use up what we got. And there is nothing wrong with making it nice and full. So we'll put one right here. This is what gives you that real boho look. So, and right here, I need to put one right here. So we need another jump ring. Grab the green. Grab another metal. And we're going to put this one right here. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Already look nice, right? Just nice and full, junky. I love them like this. When I say I love bracelets looking like this, I love them looking like this. It's just something amazingly beautiful about them. And I think what I'm going to do, that is just absolutely gorgeous. This one, I'm getting ready to put some charms on. It's charms, but it's just not enough charms for me. So we got we got 3 of these left. So we'll just put them on this bracelet right here. We don't have to go overboard because we got so many on this one right here. And then we'll just take this one. Go ahead and put our cowrie shell, gold plated, metal. And go ahead and put that on there. Close it down good. And then let's find another good jump ring. Go ahead and do that, and then we'll just kind of space it. So we'll put this one right here. See if I can close it with my fingers. Yeah, we got one last one right here. I probably have some more. I guess I didn't use them all. And then we will use this one. And we'll put this one right here. Use some pliers to close it because it's kind of tough. And then we'll put this one on. Oh, yes. Yes. And you know what? We almost don't need this one. Let's see. We really don't. And this one right here, but I did want to add it for some color. It does add a nice color to it, right? I mean, it just really, that's like really jazzy. I mean, and I wear this. I would wear this so fast, it'll make everybody's head spin. And I got the perfect, because you know I like wearing black dresses, right? I got the perfect black dress, the cutest little shoes. Hair just be all over my head with a nice pair of big old hoop earrings, 4 inches. I really, really, really like the way this looks. You guys let me know, but this is a natural horn bead right here. We went ahead and used, and then we got all these hand-painted beads up in here. These look like these are probably acrylic, either plastic or acrylic. These right here mixed with some little small wood beads. And then we got some other wood beads in here. Then we got some custom charms made with the hematites and little wood beads right here. Got some gold-plated metal cowries we turned into charms, and then this is what we got. So we came out with a really nice set. You guys let me know what you think, because it could never have enough charms. I'm telling you, it could never have enough charms for me. Never, ever. But anyway, darling night for Jewelry by BDK. I hope you guys are eating up a whole bunch of turkey. You're relaxing and just having it. You know what? A really nice day. And just kind of reflecting on some things, because we do have a lot to be thankful for. And guess what? We'll talk.